All right, so here are some different types of diapers. So here we have the all-in-one diaper. So it's literally all in one. It has 3 layers built in. It's one piece. They're very absorbent. They're very easy for travel. Usually it's one size fits all. Next is a fitted diaper. So it's almost all in one, similar to that last one, except for it doesn't have the waterproof case. So you need a waterproof cover to go around the fitted diaper. So this would be a nice combination of a daytime diaper combo. Maybe if you wanted to do a road trip, you would use a thicker cover. Maybe if it was nighttime, you would even add a thicker liner. But this is what is a fitted diaper, so it's very comfortable. It snugs the baby. It feels just like a regular diaper, but softer because it's cotton. So this is an all-in-two diaper, also known as a snap diaper. So it has everything you need with the waterproof outer, and then this liner snaps in and out. So you can, these are also known as boosters. So if the baby only soils the diaper a little bit, you can swap it out and put a new snap in, and put another liner, and then use this as just a thicker outer layer. Or if the entire diaper was soiled, then you would just pack it up and it could be a one-use diaper. Usually they're one size fits all as well. So next, this is a pocket diaper cover. So as you can see, it has a slot here where you can put some liners in here for overnight, for travel to thicken it up. Or you can just use it as a thicker cover, like I showed you with a fitted diaper. We use these almost actually exclusively for nighttime pretty much, because it's a nice thick waterproof cover. So the most economical way to do cloth diapering is with what's called a cotton flat. So you literally buy them in packs of 6 usually, and it's just a cotton sheet. And then you fold it, which we also have a section on types of folds. You fold it, and then you add your type of liner that you would like. So if it was daytime, we would add this. If it was nighttime, we would add this. And then we use a disposable liner, so we'd also put this on top. And then once your choice is done here, you fold it up around your baby with a snappy to hold it together. And then you would put your waterproof cover on top. This is the most economical way to do cloth diapering. So these are called pre-folds. They are similar to the cotton flats, except for they're stitched in the middle, so there's extra padding right in the center. You have to buy these in different sizes. So for instance, this is a pre-fold in size 4. They do tend to fit a little bit smaller. So you fold them like this. And then if you wanted to add an additional liner, they're really good for nighttime. And then you would still use a snappy. So we used pre-folds quite a bit when our daughter was younger, when she was an infant. And then you would use the snappy. To connect the wings. Oops. So So they're definitely a lot thicker. They're great in the winter too, when you need a little bit more warmth. And then you would still need a waterproof liner on the outside. So those are pre-folds. So here are the difference in the two covers that we use exclusively. So we have the daytime cover, which is just a thin waterproof casing. For road trips and for overnight, we put a thicker cover, which is a piece of a pocket diaper. So the diaper of choice goes inside each cover. Or for our folds, wraps around. All right, we're gonna discuss the different types of liners. So here we have a simple daytime cotton liner. It's nice and light. You can double them up if you wanted to add two, or you can just use one. So it'd be something that you would add into the diaper for an extra layer. Or this is our flats here, an extra layer. And then you have your thicker cotton fleece liners. You can also get them in wool and hemp, and they're just an extra thicker layer. We use these for overnight or for driving trips. You can even add another one. And then you have your disposable liners that you're going to throw out. So whatever, our baby doesn't necessarily poo at night, so we don't usually use them at night, but let's say we were going to go on a long driving trip, we would put a nice thick layer, then we put a disposable liner. So if she pees, it's just going to go right through, but if there was poo, you would then just pick it up and then dispose of that. So do it over here too. You put a nice thin disposable liner, and then if she pees, it would just go through, and we would just put that all in the wash. But if she pooed, you would pick it up, dispose of that, and then put that in the wash. So this is an example of what happens with stains. So this is a bit of a poo stain, even after it's been washed. And one of the easiest ways to get rid of this poo stain is when it's still wet, you lay it in the sun, and the sun naturally bleaches it out. It's wintertime, so you have to get a really sunny window, or wait until it's spring. But you only want to bleach natural diapers or cloth diapers very infrequently because it can weaken the fabric. All right, so these are our dirty bags. So this is a big one that we would hang at the back. It has nice hooks here that you can hang at the back of your diaper stand. It holds quite a few diapers, like about 15, 20. Obviously, eventually it starts to get a little heavier, so you can buy them where they have a flat bottom and they sit on the ground. And these are your small bags that you'll put in your diaper bag for travel or in your stroller. And this is where you put your dirty diapers, so you seal it and you won't smell it, and they're ready until you need to go put them in the wash. So now I'm just going over a few of the essentials that we have on our diaper stand. So we actually sell diaper stand and diaper bag boxes on our website, but just this is a great idea that if you found these supplies in your neighborhood, you can make one of these yourself. So we have a little spray bottle that we have filtered water, that we mist a cotton cloth when we're wiping up our daughter. For really big messes, we use a disposable wipe, but then we just mist and clean up with a clean cotton cloth. This is baby powder, so we fill this with 100% cornstarch, and then you just pat it on the skin to ensure that the area is fully dry. We used it a lot more when she was an infant, and also in the summer when there's a lot of sweat. You want to make sure that extra water is absorbed to prevent rashes. And then about once a day, or if any time there's a little bit of red, we apply our zinc cream. So this is a shea butter, cocoa butter, and tallow mix with zinc oxide and essential oils, tea tree and lavender. So it's really good for soothing any sort of inflammation. So we have, this is our diaper stand. So this is like the full size of everything. And then we have our diaper bag box. So we have a mini filtered water mist, a nice essential oil hand sanitizer, which is great when you're on the road, on a picnic, in the car, and then just a small version of the zinc cream for when you're out and about. And then you just get one of these little portable diaper bags that we use kind of just for little trips around the neighborhood. So in here we're able to pack one of our dirty bags for the dirty diaper, a cover, a liner, one of the flats, an extra snappy, and then we put a So now we're just going to go over a couple folds that we do with the flats. So these are the folds that we used and use to this day with our daughter. This triangle fold we used when she was younger. So you turn the flat into a triangle, and then you add your liner that you're choosing, and then we use a disposable liner, and then you get your baby and you put them here. You bring the diaper up and around. Okay, and then you get your snappy to close. And there we go. And now we're gonna put our waterproof liner on top. So this is a perfect combination for the day because it's really light and allows for a lot of movement. And that's when you're able to change your diaper more frequently to prevent leaks anyway. And depending on how old the baby is and how, as they grow, you would snap this up to prevent leaks. Make it nice and snug. Not too snug though, you don't want chafing. There you go. Now we're going to do the fold that we use on our daughter. It's pretty well exclusively now because she's older, because it allows for more movement. And it also has a thicker pad in the middle. So you're gonna get to this point, flip it over, and then with this, stack it up in the middle. So it has a nice amount of padding right in the center, and it has wider wings and lighter on the legs, so it's great now that she's walking. So now I'm gonna stack it up for night. So we're gonna put our overnight liner. Generally, we don't use the disposable overnight because she doesn't really poo overnight, but let's just say we thought maybe she would. We would then put the disposable liner, and then we would get her, pull it all up, pull it around, get the snappy to close. Okay, and then we're going to get our overnight layer, which is a nice thick waterproof layer. Pull this up. Okay, and then you can pull these up too to make it a little bit more snug. Pretty good. Not too snug. Just like that. That would be a great combination for night and prevents leaks. this is just a sneak peek of our diaper stand here. So we have some extra long-term supplies, dry bags at the bottom. This is some diapers she's aged out of. Then we have our day covers, our all-in-ones, our night covers, our thicker liners at the back. These are our cotton wipes, the daytime thin cotton liners. These are our fitted diapers, and then a stack of flats, and some of her toys at the bottom. And then we have our wet wipes, disposable liners, our dirty bag at the back, which is full, our diaper genie, which we just got the pet size because we don't need the full size, some of our towels, and then our essentials on the shelf.